What's good, everybody? We're back again with another video, and today we're going to be discussing contenders and pretenders. This is going to be the first iteration of this video. We're probably going to do it around March when everybody's made their trades and all that stuff. We finally really get to see what the teams are looking like at the end. But as of right now, I feel like this is the perfect time to do it because we have a lot of teams that I just have to talk about. So let's get straight into this video. So to start off with the obvious one, we're obviously going to start with the Nuggets because they just won the championship last year and they really haven't decreased. They are struggling against teams over 500, but I don't really expect that to last. We already know their two stars don't really take the regular season that serious because we've seen how they play in the playoffs, so it really doesn't matter to me. The one thing I do hope that they address from the trade deadline is just finding a backup big. I think that's at the end of the day, that's going to be a big piece for them to go get for the playoffs. But as of right now, they're still contenders. Next is a new team you probably didn't think you were going to see. The Timberwolves. Listen, when looking at this team, it's really nothing that they don't have. So I feel like I would be kind of dumb to not put them there. They've been the #1 seed for the last month and a half. I understand that they really haven't done nothing in the playoffs as far as getting out of the first round or anything. But just look at the team. They have the superstar. They have the co-star in Cat and Rudy, if you want to consider him a co-star. They have the elite defense, 3 elite defenders. Well, I wouldn't consider an elite yet, but they have 3 really good defenders and J Mac and Rudy Gobert. Of course, Rudy Gobert is probably still the defensive player of the year. You have a good playmaker in Mike Conley, a veteran guy who's not like D'Lo, who is going to let you give up leads like they did in the 21 playoffs. They don't have that. They bench. They have arguably the 6th man of the year in Nas Reed. They have a deep bench over there. They don't really lack anything. I trust their coaching, especially when it comes to drawing up plays. Chris Finch is one of them ones. I don't really see nothing that they lack. And probably the one thing you can point out is Gobert's defense in the playoffs, but I always thought that was just a myth. I don't think he's bad in the playoffs. I just think the teams that he was playing with didn't have no perimeter defenders. So he had to do everything, and that's not going to work in the playoffs. But I think he has good defenders on his team, and I think Cat has been very good on defense this year. So I'm going to put them here because I don't think it's the reason why I shouldn't put them here. I don't think they don't take me as a pretender. We've seen Ant outplay every star he's been with in the playoffs. He didn't. You can argue Jokic is in the middle. They both had a very good playoff series that series, but Ant was right there with him, and he shouldn't be in his second year in the playoffs. He really shouldn't be. And then his first year, he outplayed Ja. He was the best player in that series. So they have that guy when it comes to the playoffs, and they have the defense. I'm gonna have them in a contender tier, and I don't feel crazy for having it. Next team, obviously Celtics. It's pretty obvious. Third team I have is the Celtics. They literally have the best starting 5 in the league. And when your top 6 is that good, when I'm talking about Drew Holiday, Derek White, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Chris Porzingis, Al Horford, that good in that system, is just they're a lot Eastern Conference Finals here. I don't see a team unless they happen to face Miami in the second round. That they're a lot Eastern Conference Finals team. So I would have them here. The one thing I think is their depth. You can say it's not that good, but any night that can look like the best bench in the league. So I don't know, but you can say they can add a real piece to that bench, but even that is still pretty decent to me. So I would have them as a contender. Then the last team I have is the Miami Heat. Listen, you can just never count them out. I know they're the 8th seed right now. They're a game behind the 5th seed because they're all separated by 1 game, but I don't really think it's nothing that they lack. They have the best coach in the league by far, by far. Their depth. You're always going to have depth when you have, well, I don't know why, but you do. We know how Jimmy is in the playoffs. Bam is starting to become a very good playoff performer. All it really comes down to is, can you trust Tyler Hero, Jaime Hawkins in the playoffs? And listen, for Jaime, I trust. He's a different type of rookie. I don't really look at him like a rookie. Spent 4 years at UCLA. He doesn't play like a rookie. A rookie shouldn't have this post game and this footwork like that. He doesn't make that much mistakes. I trust him damn near more than I trust Tyler, because in the games that Tyler has played in the playoffs, he wasn't that good, and then he's always hurt come playoff time. But I still trust Tyler Hero as a basketball player, and I think having Jaime Hawkins can help him out. I trust Duncan Robinson. He showed it last year. I trust Cody Martin. Damn near, is it Cody or Caleb? I think it's Caleb. I don't know, but I trust him because he damn near won Eastern Conference Finals MVP last year. So I just trust the pieces that they have, especially Jaime, and then of course Jimmy, playoff Jimmy. So you gotta have them here. So that's who I will have as a contenders. These teams are the reason why I wanted to make this video, because I don't know if I should call these teams contenders, but I don't know if I can call them pretenders. So the first team is the real reason why I wanted to make this video. the Bucks. The reason why I can't put them in pretenders, they have Giannis. Like, it's just he's a different type of person. But the reason why I can't put them as contenders, main reason is the player that they trade for is not the player that they trade for. And I don't know if I said that right, but I hope I did. This is not the Damian Lillard that they traded for. This on and off shit, ducking all these matches with Hallie, getting dogged by Hallie, having all these inefficient nights, being this bad on defense. I knew he was bad, but this bad on defense. This is not the Damian Lillard that they traded for. Last year was Damian Lillard's best year by far. They traded for that. They didn't trade for this Damian Lillard shooting 46% from the field and 38% from the three, having nights where he's only hitting 4 shots in a night, having nights where he's only taking 8 shots in a night. Like, they didn't trade for this Damian Lillard, and he hasn't looked good to me. Of course, he's that talented of a player. He's still averaging, I believe, 26 and 7 assists. That talented of a player, even if he's gonna have a down year, that's just the type of talent he is. But this is not the Damian Lillard that they traded for. They didn't sacrifice their whole defensive scheme to trade for this guy. This is not it. And then let's talk about it. The defense is god awful. Even if this was the Damian Lillard you were gonna get, if you had they have a mid defense. If you had a top 15 defense, okay, I'll have you as a contender because we've seen teams with a top 15 defense win. But this defense is ranked 22nd, I believe. But when watching it, it looks like the worst defense in the league by far. The reason why it's 22nd is because you have Giannis. Because I'm going to be honest, we look at Brook, you see the blocks, that nigga is not that good of a defender no more. He is a very good rim protector. That is it. He is the reason why they are going to get beat also. But just to talk about the defense, you've seen the clips of Malik Beasley and Dame just being terrible on the perimeter. You cannot have this bad defense in the playoffs, especially in the East. You gotta face a dominant guard and a dominant forward with damn near every team, bro. You can't have that, bro. And they have the problem of not having anybody to stop those guys. And their bench is bad. Bobby Portis, the name is good, the player is not good. I need y'all to pay attention to I need y'all to actually watch Bobby Portis and see how he stops this very, because the offense is also a reason why I can't put him in pretenders, because his offense is crazy. But watch how he stops the offense. And he's just not a good player. Pat Connaughton is god awful. He's awful. They don't trust their young guys and Andre Jackson and Marjon Beauchamp. I don't know why, to give them consistent minutes. They are the best players off the bench. But that's also a problem. This is not a good team. But since Giannis is having a career year, we're not going to talk about it. This is not it. Well, we don't even talk about Giannis. We don't talk about the Bucks at all. But I just want to tell y'all, Giannis is having his best year of his career. And this nigga, I'm sorry, he's looking amazing. He's the reason why I don't know where to put them. But this defense, this bench, and this Damian Lillard problem, I don't know. I don't know if they can solve it. They don't have that much assets to solve it. Is the GM that hungry to solve it? I don't know. So, I don't know where to put the team. I don't know. This is not the Dame they traded for. Brook Lopez, to me, is very washed. Yeah, he's very, like, at times, at some point, they're going to have to think about making Giannis a 5. Of course, he's not going to be like, well, he is going to play the 5. But, like, you, at this day and age, with all this offense going around, you need a mobile 5. And that's just not Brook Lopez. That's why Hallie has fun playing him. Because he knows off the pick and roll, I can shoot this bitch, or I can attack Brook Lopez because he's gonna be standing in the fucking paint because he can't guard me on the perimeter, and I don't have no handles or nothing at all. But I know I have one of the best floaters in the league. I can just get to my floater. That's why he has so fun. That's why he's always dominating them. Because Brook Lopez in the perimeter defense of having 2 guards that don't know how to get around a pick and roll, around the screen, all that together makes for Hallie. He's gonna have fun. He's gonna dominate that. Brook Lopez is not that good no more. Bobby Portis is not that good no more. Chris Middleton is still a dog. He's still a dog. But the defense is just not there no more. And Dame is just, I don't know. But to move on. This is probably one of my favorite 76ers teams in this whole trusted process era. Actually, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, this is my favorite. Tyrese is very fun to watch when he... Let me stop with the agenda. I had an agenda I just wanted to say, but I had to stop. Joel Embiid. is the MVP of the league so far. They have the guys that I like on the bench, like Kelly Oubre and Patrick Beverly. Sorry, my nose ring came out. And I also like D'Anthony Melton. They have a very good team, but you obviously know why I have them there. What are we going to get from Joel Embiid when it comes playoff time? I don't know. I do know that Nick Nurse is putting him in a position where he can like really thrive in the playoffs, because we've seen in the playoffs he gets double, doesn't know what to do. And I still think at times he doesn't know what to do, but the point is they had him not on the elbow, they had him on, I don't know basketball, like how to say where they're at. He's on the left side or the right side. He's on the side instead of being at the high post or being right on the elbow. That's where he's allowing Embiid to play, because when I'm on the elbow, even if I try to back down from the elbow, people can double me, but I can see everything. If he's in the corner going to his post moves, he gets doubled. He can't see it all the way over there because they're right in his face and he's in the corner. But if you're on the elbow where you can see what's on your left, you can see what's on your right, that's why Embiid is looking so good. That's why he's playmaking even better this year. I know that was kind of hard to follow. I'm sick. You see how red my nose is. I had to pop out this video though. But you see, this is why Joel Embiid is having a very good year. And I don't know if I should applaud that, because like Joel Embiid has been dominant for the last 4 or 5 years. But are we going to get that in the playoffs? That's the main question. Is Tyrese Maxey a real second option? That's another question. Can we trust Tobias Harris? It's another one. Teams just have a lot of questions, and then they have a history. Well, he has a history, so I don't know if I can trust his team. So, to keep it short, that's why I have the 76ers here. Next team you're probably going to be the most surprised about. I had the Heat here. That just came to my senses. Like, why the fuck are they pretenders? No. The Thunder. This is the last team, and it's the Thunder. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never seen something like this, where it's just such a tight-knit group of all young players, but all of them are very good. Even though they all might not fit together, they just find a way. You have, and I know people don't want to say it, you have 2 generational talents on this team. I haven't seen a scorer like Shea. I mean, obviously I have. Okay, let me take that back. Obviously I have. It's been a minute since I've seen a scorer like Shea. How dominant it can be at times, and like it can be to a point where like I don't give a fuck who's on him. I don't give a fuck what he's doing. The ball's going to go in the basket. It's just been a minute since I've seen something like that. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a minute since I've seen, at all levels of the basketball court, it's been a minute since I've seen that. And I don't think it's going to stop come playoff times. I know y'all want to keep up with that dumbass narrative that you got to see it in the playoffs to give him his flyer. I know, that's just stupid. But yeah, I don't think it's going to stop. I think it even might go up, because the minutes might go up. And it's fucking unguardable. And then Chet. Him and Wemby, I'm gonna put them together. I haven't seen rookies this good in a minute either. Probably since Luka. But other than that, it's been a long time before that. I haven't seen rookies this good. The defense from both of them, Wemby's not in this video. The defense of Chet is crazy. The defense is crazy. And then the offense fits perfectly with this team. Him being able to pick and pop, him being able to create for himself. That was hard to say. I don't know why. Him being able to pick and roll. He has a very good pick and roll with Jalen Williams and Josh Giddey. They flow so well as a team, and then you got guys off the bench like Lindy Waters. I don't know why I named them first. Don't ask. Of course, Isaiah Joe, Jalen Williams. You have a very good team over here, and then to pack it off, you have a top 5 coach that I still don't know how to say his name, and I won't try. But having all of that, it's hard to call them pretenders. And the way they've been looking so dominant this year, it's very hard to call them pretenders. But it's also hard to call them contenders because they're so young. And like I can see going into the playoffs, it's just Shea and everybody else struggling because they're young. Like Shea's 6-7 years deep in this shit. These guys right here, they're young. Jalen Williams, the first Jalen Williams, Josh Giddey, Chet, Lou Dort, they're young. Shea's been in the playoffs before, twice. So I don't see him fading away. But these guys, I can definitely see it. So that's why I don't have his contenders. But it's hard. It was hard for me to put them there. because I wanted to put them at contender so bad. I gotta wrap this video up because my nose was not letting me record this video. For the pretenders list, because that was it for the in the middle of the pack. For the pretenders, we have the Magic. I said they're too young, and I don't think they had. I mean, Paulo these last few games has been looking like that guy, but I don't think they have that guy when it comes to the playoffs. I don't think he is. Cavs, if we was healthy and I got to see what we look like when he was healthy, I would have them as in the middle of the pack. But right now, pretenders. Knicks. I should have had them in the middle. I'm not gonna lie. I think they're one move away. I'm not from being pretender. I think they're one move away. But as right now, pretenders. Clippers. This is how I judged it. If you can't beat the Nuggets in the West, you're not up there. So that's why they're here, and I don't think they stand a chance. Kings, same thing. Pelicans, same thing. Even though both of those teams been good, same thing. Mavs, it's just no. Suns, no. Like those guys, I didn't. You see, I didn't bring up the fucking Lakers and the Warriors. Like we can move past that era, please. So yeah, I don't know, bro. That's my list. Let me know your list down below in the comments. It was a very hard video to record, man. At least you just fuck with me, but I'm back to recording videos, man. I will talk to y'all later. Peace.